Hi, I'm Nicola Lapentti. I'm from Ecuador. I'm a former professional tennis player. Yeah, well, I started playing tennis since I was a kid, and then I turned pro at the age of 19 in '95, and I played on the tour for almost 16 years, which was a great experience. And then, of course, playing for Ecuador in Davis Cup was one of the highlights of my career. Always really enjoy it, representing my country, and it's just tennis. It's been my passion since I was a kid, and I still try to get involved always, whenever I can, get involved in tennis. Well, right after I retired, I became the president of the Ecuadorian Tennis Federation. So that was a bit of trying to help tennis in Ecuador. So I was there for almost 4 years. Then I traveled a little bit as a coach, and then I've been kind of in and out, but always, trying to stay connected. And in 21 and 22, I organized a couple of ATP Challengers events in Ecuador. So always trying to stay involved. Yeah, I mean, definitely to help players understand what are the goals for PTPA, engaging the players to come join PTPA as well, and also having someone that can speak to, for example, all the South Americans, Spaniards, all the Latin players, that it's easier to speak in their own language and make them understand what are the improvements the association like PTPA can bring to tennis, and all the benefits are going to be for the players. So that's probably one of the most important things. Well, definitely to bring as many players to join, and I mean, on my point of view, is not only for them to just sign a paper, just for them to understand all the things, all the benefits that they can get. And of course, when you come to the benefits for the players, the first thing that comes to mind is prize money and all the kind of stuff. But there are so many things that the PTPA is preparing for the players that is especially very important for them to understand, and to know that if they join, if they get together, they can get so many things. Well, I think the most important thing is that when I was playing, there was no one like PTPA looking after us. And I'm sure that there could have been so many better things that could have been done, starting with prize money that has improved in the last few years, but still we're very short comparing to other sports. But also then all the traveling, all the what you need in the day-to-day basis. And then when you're playing, you're kind of in the spotlight, but then when you stop, I mean, you're definitely a normal person, and all one of the things that PTPA wants to do is to help you on and off the court. And then when you retire from tennis, sometimes you're a bit lost. You've been playing tennis your whole life, and then you're all of a sudden you're at home, and you don't know what to do or who to approach. So those kind of things are also very important, that you get all the advices as possible, to have your life after tennis. So that's probably the most thing that motivated me to help these young kids. Well, young and not too young, but to help help them understand that this is not only tennis on court, but it's also tennis off court and after tennis. Yeah, I think all of the things that we mentioned, of course, prize money And then traveling, I mean, we travel every single week. So if you can get someone that could centralize or help us, to get easier. It's been easier nowadays since I stopped playing, with all these applications and all the new websites for different airlines, hotels, and you can stay in different Airbnbs that we don't have the time. But still, I mean, there's so many things that could improve, that it would make tennis players' life easier on the tour. That's what PTPA is looking for. Well, definitely is having the players come together. Tennis players, we are kind of lonely, egocentric, being a solo sport. So it's sometimes difficult to get the players together, but I think it's the only way to get much more benefits out of the sport. And probably the most important thing is that what PTPA wants is only benefits for every single player. So it's not a benefit for a PTPA or for the tournaments or for a particular company, but it's 100% for the players. So I think that's the most important role, and that's what we need to make the players understand. So that's our message, to try to help them understand what's the PTPA's role. I mean, definitely it's going to be easier, and we'll have much more power if you go negotiate with all the players together. And like you said, I mean, you can have a player from America trying to do his thing in the United States, then someone in South America, then somebody in Europe. But if they come together, it's going to be much more powerful. And we have really big names on the sport, which we have to take advantage of it. And then we have big names that are big in maybe some regions that we can potentially also take advantage of that. So it's really, really important that all the players come together. I mean, the PTPA is not inventing anything. It's been out there for a long time at the NBA and the NFL, at the Major League Baseball. So it's something that has helped other sports improve and get better things. So why don't we do it? I mean, it's definitely easier for all these sports maybe to get together because they are teams, and they maybe since the beginning they have this kind of mentality. But I mean, the sports that we mentioned, the NBA, the NFL, the Major League Baseball, they have grown so much in the past 10, 20 years that those are the sports that we have to look up for. And we have to learn from what they're doing good, and also learn from maybe some mistakes that they made on the road. So it's also a good position for us that some other sports have already experienced throughout the years. So we get the good things and we avoid the bad things. So I mean, all of us as tennis players, we watch other sports, and we're a fan of NBA players and teams, and NFL players and teams. So I think it's going to be easy if we look up to them and say, okay, we can one day make tennis as big or as important as it is like this sport. So I mean, we have it right there. We have to take advantage of it. I think it's gonna keep growing for sure, but it's gonna grow at a slow pace. It's gonna grow at a slow pace, like it's been doing for the past 20 years. I remember when I was playing, and it was year 99 or 2000. That we will have some meetings, and not all the guys will come, because I mean everyone has their own interests. I mean, there were some top guys that were having their deals, making money, and so they didn't want to to be part of these conversations. And so if you don't get together, I mean, you will have the top players making a lot of money, making good deals, and then you will have the medium to lower rank players, I mean, just having the same deals that they have right now. So if they don't get together, it's going to be really difficult to get some more benefits. And I think it's especially important to take advantage that Novak Djokovic, being the #1 player in the world, all the things that he has done for the sports, and he's really active right now. So it's so important to get together with him and all the top players and get involved together. I mean, that's a stronger voice than that right now. It's difficult to get, so it's a good time. They're just fighting for tennis rights, for the players' rights. I mean, probably at the beginning, a lot of people just thought that they wanted to, PTPA wants to go against ATP and WTA, but what they should know is that they just want to get the rights for the players and the right benefits for the players. All the rewards are going to be towards the players, I mean, in every single aspect.
Mic drop.